Yeah, you're right. Getting him some. I think that's actually a carpenter bee. So this is Southeast Louisiana, and it has a subtropic climate. Summers are hot and humid and really, really long. They get so hot that a lot of things just can't grow really well, and some things just blow up. But once we get to September, where we are right now, and it starts to cool off, we get what I call the second spring. We get an explosion of blooms. And right here, I'm sitting next to a wild hibiscus, or a rose of Sharon, if you will. And that carpenter bee just took off. I guess he got all that he wanted. Everything's just blooming like crazy right now. There are gardeners getting ready to plant their fall garden because they can get away right now with growing things like cabbage throughout fall and into winter. And especially if we don't get a freeze, they'll be even more happy. Let's cruise around and look at some of these blooms. Everything's blooming like crazy, like it's spring. As you may very well be able to easily guess, I am on the Mississippi River right now. There's a lot of things blooming here. I'm not going to be able to identify everything. Just color everywhere. I wish I knew what this was and what's up with some of them being red and some of them being yellow. Do these turn red after a while, or do they produce both colors? They're cool looking. This is just one of the things to come out and do in nature this time of year as it starts to cool off. During the week, you don't get bothered by the gas-powered kids that are all over the place on gas-powered toys because they're at school. And on the weekend, you can bring the kids out if they care about this stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of people in the world today, they don't really care about the things we used to care about, the natural things. But let's get on my bike, ride down the road, and make a bunch of stops and see if I can find a bunch of different things blooming. And maybe we'll find some other bees getting them some. You definitely don't have to go far to experience what I'm talking about. Look as I come out. Look at what I'm passing. I'm going to try to come out slow and steady. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? It's just a mix of stuff here. Really beautiful. So in this town along the Mississippi River, the top of the levee is a jogging track, walking track, place to ride your bike, right? And all this is right up here. And there's not that many people that make use of this. Look at all this horrible stuff over here, though. Is this what society is overall? I'm afraid so. There's more people interested in this kind of stuff than they are the natural world these days. But look at this. Look how horrible it is. I mean, there's just no skill here. It makes it look like everyone around here that is artistically inclined has absolutely no skills. They can't even write straight. Half of this you can't, I don't even know what it says. I mean, at least it's colorful, but a lot of it is gobbledygook and then a penis, gobbledygook and then a penis, and something about ice, and then rue. At least this is probably the most legible one here. Rue. Somebody, they don't only like graffiti, but they like to cook, right? There's a lot of people in the world that love the outdoors, right? And in this town. But there's a fair amount of those people who don't have the most respect for nature. When they come out into the outdoor world, into the natural world, they're more inclined to destruction. Keep, take, leave their trash behind. There's a lot of those people. There's a lot. There's more than us who respect nature. There's more people who leave a beer can behind, unfortunately. I just saw a cardinal when I was a kid, and you saw a cardinal, it was supposed to mean it's going to snow the next day. If only, right? I mean, people freak out around here when it snows, but I kind of like it. I like snow. It serves a purpose. I don't know where this cardinal went. I don't think I have a chance in hell of filming them. They're so fast. But let's come down here. I wanted to show you something. I saw a comment, I think it was on this channel or one of my other channels. Someone was amazed at the amount of elephant ears. These are a little tattered from the sun, from the heat. You can see they're yellowing a little bit. But yeah, these grow wild. They're all over the place. Well, you see this vine right here? We got the sun in our eyes, so it's not the best shot. Let me try to find a better shot of these. It didn't take much time to find a better shot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is in the morning glory family. Nightshade, maybe? Morning glory, right? It's akin to that, if that's not exactly what that is. These are absolutely everywhere right now in bloom. Very beautiful. Don't make tea out of them though, right? These are everywhere as well. When there's a thick patch of them, I don't like to have to walk through, because you see these little things right here, like little pot stickers sometimes people call them. They'll get all over your jeans or your socks or your shoes, just stick to you like glue. But they are kind of cool. They look like a daisy, right? Like a little daisy. And then look at this. Whatever this plant is down here, it's making beans. Oh, wow. Wow. We got to stop for this. Where's Alex when you need him, right? It's the same thing I was just showing you, but look at the patch. Quite a patch just covering this section of the levee. I think there's a carpenter bee. This area is full of carpenter bees. Yeah, he's just taking off. You don't want anything to do with me. That is amazing. My friend Alex has a doctorate, right? He has a doctorate in wetland management, I believe. Knows a lot about plants. Sometimes when him and I are walking through a wild area, or even a place like this, through the woods, sometimes it takes us forever, because we'll be stopping and I'll be like, hey, look at this. Look at this. Is this in the same family as vetch? Hey, look at that. What's that? Yeah, maybe it's my fault because I keep asking questions, but he's inclined to oblige because he's as interested as I am. We finally found real bees. I'm not sure what these are, but the bees love them. It makes me think of clover, but I don't think these are clover. And those are not why I stopped here. I stopped here for all of this. Look, this wild hibiscus, wild rose of Sharon, grows wild in this area everywhere, especially along the banks of the river. And there's a nice patch of it. Look how healthy this plant looks. We got blooms developing. They're going to open. See these buds? They're going to open soon. And these just opened because look how fresh. They're not spent yet. We got that one looks spent right there. Yeah, you're right. And it's got morning glory vine taking it over. We'll get many different colors of these. This one's quite nice. We'll find the yellow and the violet. These are pretty cool, juxtaposed to the yellowing leaves of the willow. And then there's river cane in this little area too. Burdock, that's wild burdock right there. I just rode by the river cane. Where'd it go? There's more of this. Just no matter where you look right now, if it hasn't been bushwhacked, it's blooming like crazy. So this is river cane, and underneath it and intermittently through it, we've got these growing really well and blooming. I don't know what this is. A lot of these things I'm seeing today, I don't know. Some I do. Some I just have an idea of what family it might belong to. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Really nice. See, stuff like this looks good when you have many plants together. Like you see over here, it's more compact plants together. And juxtaposed up against the river cane, and then the higher plants with those little yellow blooms. Yeah, this is river cane. It's not as good as bamboo, but it looks pretty. Once you get through summer, the heat of summer starts to beat it down and it doesn't look so good. So I wouldn't suggest that it's always going to work as something in the yard, but it will take over as well. I was trying to see if there's anything that stands out here. After a while, once you start paying attention to these blooms, you see the same things over and over along here. And then once in a while, I'll find something I've never seen before, because it is the Mississippi River. It is a massive flyover for migratory birds. So seeds do get deposited. Once in a while, something will grow along here that you're not used to seeing, right? But if you're not familiar with stuff, how would you know? Well, you become familiar with it. That's what the internet's for. I think this plant right here puts off a scent that kind of smells like cat urine a little bit, but their blooms are cool. And I'm seeing now that they turn red as they mature. So they start yellow, and you see these are about to turn red. Wow, these are really cool. This patch is really cool because look, a lot of this grassy, weedy looking stuff, wheat, not weedy, wheaty, like Wheaties. Well, see how it's all bent over? It is kind of a cool look. It has a cool look to it. It's really softening to the soul. So I'm at the end of my ride and I got to go into the concrete landscape to do something. And as you see, even over there on the other side of the levee where the concrete landscape begins, things are in bloom over there. There's a crepe myrtle blooming like crazy. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot to take in nature without taking it home, without killing it. So, yeah, I mean, I fish and I do take fish home, but I don't take everything. I'm not coming out here just to destroy and kill and keep and take. I like to enjoy stuff and respect it and see it for what it is. I'm not one of those people that's going to come out in nature and walk right by a beautiful blooming plant and never see it. I will appreciate it for what it is, because it's a part of life. It's about life, not death. Right here. Here we go. Yeah, you're right. You can come out here and feed your belly. Well, you can also come out here and feed your soul and your mind. It's good for all that. Yeah, you're right. I got to keep going, y'all. So, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel. And yeah, you're right. I'll see y'all next time.